were you doing in Serbia this summer?
This summer, I went with my brother, which was great, and I was supporting different members of the U.S. wrestling team. They had the Senior World Championships there, and we did really well. The United States won, and I got to help a few guys out on that path. And those are things that I love. I love supporting people who are doing extraordinary things with their life, right?
Yeah. So you have a really interesting clients, and some of those clients are athletes, and it was kind of fun
Yes, yeah,
because
yeah.
Serbia is my birth country, and we happened to be there at the same time and not realizing,
At the same time,
and then
yeah.
we met up.
And
So
then Serbia is one of my favorite places in the world now.
Serbia is really,
Yeah, I like the vibe of the people. Like when you look at a Serbian person, they're never projecting false image. They're like, this is who I am.
yeah,
This is what I've been through. This is where I'm at. Deal with it. It kind
yeah,
of reminds me of people from Pennsylvania, right?
yeah,
Where here, we live in Los Angeles, right? So
yeah,
people are projecting whatever image they think that people will find attractive, right?
yeah,
No one's attempting to be attractive in Serbia. They're simply being themselves.
yeah, absolutely. I really appreciated having
Yeah,
you
no,
there because I haven't been in 20 years, and it was a bit of a shock to my nervous system, the smoking and all that stuff. But you had compassion. You're like, of course they're smoking. Look what they've been through. It's stress. And I was like, oh, so
yeah,
you helped me see it through a little more compassion. And of course, it's not just in Serbia where people still smoke. There's other places
yeah.
in the
I
world. I
mean,
just recently heard people are smoking in Vegas. I'm like, what? I've never been to Vegas. So
I was happy to support you there, and I was happy to enjoy the Serbians. And, I get it. It operated pretty much as a third world country. They had a lot of, how could you say this? People came in and decided to take something that most Serbians would say was not theirs.
yeah,
And there's been no resolution at an emotional level
yeah,
for a lot of the war-torn parts of the country that were highly impacted.
yeah,
And they're still processing that whole situation. And so for
yeah,
me, I get it. As long as I understand and I get it, I usually have no noise around what someone is doing. But people are going to use whatever substance they can to
yeah,
manage their stress.
yeah,
If they puff a couple cigarettes and it keeps them from killing people or killing themselves,
yeah,
who gives a shit,
yeah,
right? If they got to have a few beers too many in order to keep from killing someone else or hurting themselves, eh, I'm okay with it. People are going to use what's at their disposal.
yeah,
And you and I are fortunate. We live in Los Angeles, right? There's like everything is at your disposal,
yeah,
right? I could walk down the street and I'm going to run into 10 yoga studios if
yeah,
I walk long enough.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
There's a juice bar every 10 or 13 blocks,
yeah.
right?
It's
There's
healthy
a
living,
meditation
wellness. Yeah,
center in every mini city in
yeah,
Los Angeles, right? So these things have been available for us in Los Angeles for 30 years,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so we're kind of spoiled out here
We are.
in a
Absolutely.
certain way. So when I go to other places, I'm happy to experience them as they really are. I never want to interact with your image. I want to interact with your authentic expression of your experience. And people who lean into their history and are being honest with their projection of who they are, they're very easy to be around.
Yeah,
I feel more safe and more comfortable around people like that than I do with people who projecting out this intense false image
yeah,
and yet underneath are like really stressed and fractured.
yes,
Like, it's okay. Humans are loving.
yeah. I'm glad you saw
Yeah.
that, and it was lovely to see you there. That was divine in a way. It was fun.
And they're good cooks.
Yes. Good food. Yeah,
Yes. They know how to make good food.
that's true. Yeah. Awesome.
Sutra kad ti stignem